Alright, today we have the JJRC H55. I've already done an unboxing video. I have a link in the description. And this is a 720p GPS quadcopter with brushed motors, and doesn't have any sensors or anything like that, so it uses just the GPS and probably a barometer in there to keep the to maintain its altitude. It does have an SD card slot in there, so that's good. And the battery that it comes with is, let's take it out, a 2S or 7.4 volt 610 milliamp hour battery. The good thing about these drones like this is the batteries are universal, so I can take like this battery that came out of a Hubsan, and this is a 750 milliamp hour battery, and it fits in there and works also. So that is good to know, that you can buy standard batteries, maybe even a little more capacity, and they will work just the same or maybe even a little better. Okay, so that's it for the drone. It does not have any gimbal or anything like that, so you will see any movements in the camera, but that is to be expected in a drone of this cost, of this price point. So here's your transmitter, and we'll go over it when we're flying. It has your speed control return. Don't worry about the trim buttons because it has GPS. Your calibration, stop, the motors, emergency stop. This is your takeoff and land, photos and video, and return to home. And that's pretty much it for the controller. And this is to hold your phone holder. It comes with instruction booklet, but you'll see you don't really need it. It's fairly simple, but it does show you which app that you need in there. And it also has an AR Master Shooter game, an augmented reality game, but it seems to only be for iOS, so I'm using Android, so I won't be installing that. Also included are the charger, standard 2S charger, and you can use any of your standard 2S chargers, even your big LiPo chargers to charge it. Full set of props, screwdriver for the propellers, and some extra screws. So that's it. We'll go ahead and put it in the air. I've flown it once, so I'll go ahead and put it down, set it up, and we'll check it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it way out over here in the middle of the grass. With any of these GPS quads that don't have any kind of precision, you want to put them, you want to leave a good amount of area for when it's returning to home, to make sure that if it thinks it's off some, like if I were to set it up close to my house, and then if it was off 10 feet this way, it would be on the roof. So just leave yourself a good 30 feet radius, and that way you'll make sure that when it returns to home, if you lose control, lose signal, or anything like that, that you won't be landing on something. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn it on. So we'll just plug the battery in, like this. Let it boot up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn on the transmitter. And it's going to connect. It's flashing. Then it goes solid. And we'll go into Wi-Fi settings. And choose the Wi-Fi 20B for 40A. And that is for the JJRC. And we'll open the app. So here's your app here. Hit start. And we are ready to go. So just going over the app real quick. You have your photos and videos. This lets you look at your photos and videos. The folders button. Distance, height. It's all in meters. Your time of flight. How many satellites you have. And look, I have 12 satellites. So for this to be such a cheap quad, it got 12 satellites fairly fast. That 30 is your speed, so you can go 30, 60, or 100, your different speed controls. This is shows you have an SD card in there and 99% battery. So let's go ahead and get it up in the air and we'll test it out. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take off. So all I had to do is hit the SL button and then put my throttle up. So here it is, hovering. I'll go ahead and start recording the video. So again, it's using GPS hold. So it's maintaining its position fairly well for, again, for a quad less than 60 bucks. So now we'll go around and test the video quality out. Well, first we'll try the different speeds. So right now I'm in 30, so I'll show you how fast it is in 30. So it's nice and smooth and slow. You would use this if you're trying to film something. Bring it back. And we'll go to 60, hit speed once. And you can see up the top right it says 60. See it pitches a little more, so it goes a little faster. We'll go up a little. There we go. And now we'll go to 100. 3 beeps, and it says 100 top right. Full sticks. So it's a lot faster at 100, and then we'll bring it back. Okay, let's take it out a little, and we'll see what happens if we lose controller power. So I'll turn this off. So I lost control, and it is returning home. Even though I had a video link, it's still returning home because I lost power to the controller. So I turned it back on. So it looked like it returned to home, and now it's landing. And it let me take control back over it once I regained signal with the controller. So that's good. So I was able to bypass the return to home. So we'll check the video quality out some. And we'll go up a little, scoot back. So there's no follow me or anything like that, waypoints. It's strictly a GPS drone. And we'll take it up some. We'll go into 1 to make it the smoothest video we can do, because it's in the slowest speed. And this is the video quality you can expect from it. And again, it's a $60 quad. So 720p is to be expected to look like this. Alright, we'll bring it forward. And let's try a couple photos. We'll take it up a little. We'll turn it around. Hit stop on the video. We'll turn around and take a couple photos. And one more. Okay, so the remainder of the time I'll stay in video mode. And let's see what we can do for distance for this. So we'll take it up, turn it around some. We'll take it up about 50 meters or so. What am I at now? Here we are, about 50. So I'm 50 meters up. And I'll just take it out and see what kind of distance we can get with this. So you'll be flying quads like this line of sight anyway, and it's starting to get small, but I still have good video, no breakups. I have 29% battery, and let's see, I'm still going 27. I am 47 meters away, 150, and that's good enough. I think that's all the further it's going to let me go, because I'm pushing out and it's not letting me go any further. So let's go ahead and hit return to home. And that's plenty for a small quad like this. You're not going to go out too far. It's not designed to go that far, or not to go too far. And also the battery life, you don't want it to go too far because you'll run out of battery. So we'll go ahead and see how close it comes when we hit return to home to landing where we took off. So right now it is returning to home. Let's see if I can turn it around. I can spin it around and face the direction I want to go while it was returning home. That's good. And it says the voltage is low. So we'll go ahead and let it do its thing, see if we have enough for it to return. Okay, it's over the takeoff spot. And we'll see how close it gets to where we took off. And again, if you were to lose signal or anything with your controller, you want to know how close you normally get from where you took off. So that way you don't end up in a tree or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and override the automatic takeoff or the automatic return or the return once we get it close. So right here, and I just took over. Let's see if I can hit this again to stop it. Try to see if, oh, because it's in low battery, it won't let me go out of, that's why it's still beeping. So I'll go ahead and land it. And I'm not going to try to land on that pad. I'll take it over here and try to land. Nope. It wants to go home and land. That's pretty neat. So we'll just land it right where we are. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. It doesn't have the sensors. It doesn't have the follow me modes. It doesn't have a lot of things that the more expensive drones have. But what it does do is it gives you GPS. It gives you a pretty stable hover for only using the barometer and the GPS. I was able to change 3 different speeds on here. You got your photo and video, and that's it. So your video quality is not going to be the best. Your photos are not going to be the greatest. But again, it's something, especially if you're just learning or you're giving this quad to somebody that's new, kid or somebody new to drones, it gets you introduced into GPS quads without you spending, you know, $200, $300, $400, $600 on an expensive drone just for you to crash to the ground. I would much rather crash this $50 drone to the ground, which I have it, instead of one of those. So yeah, it's not bad for 50 bucks, a little over 50 bucks. So tell me what you think about this little cheap 720p brushed quadcopter. And yeah, like and subscribe to my channel. I'll keep doing reviews. I'll put an update on this one. I'll compare it to a drone that's almost twice as much, and we'll see how they compare. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.